basic calls that you guys gotta know: hill, flank or flank house. People call this like secret, like chicken wire over here. This is also just like flank. This whole area is just like, I guess you could, I don't know, if you want to discern it, you could call this house, call this flank. Back here, this is Jenkins. Then this is just like leading to second. And of course, like main tunnel. All just like flank window or whatever, you know, like obviously there are going to be some calls that you just kind of use your own discretion with. Like if you said flank window, even if someone doesn't know the call out, they're going to know you mean this. So anyways, to start out, for offense, you're going to want to spot right away if they have a forward or passive hold. I would generally recommend taking out your spy, like, and just, you know, trying to spot as soon as possible. Again, the goal is just to spot how their comp is holding. If they're holding back here, then they're doing a passive hold. If they're holding up here, they're doing a forward hold. Assuming they're doing a forward hold, which is probably I would say more often than not the meta nowadays. The best way to deal with that is to take an exchange. So when that happens, you will take your medic out. You'll have your scout NG on cart, or actually, sorry, you should have your scout take the cart up to like about here, and then don't worry about cart time. You have your medic, scout medic and demo come to tracks, get ready for exchange. You guys can just use through tracks. You couldn't use through hill as well. But the whole point of the Uber is you want to immediately kill the heavy on the left here. Pretty much every time in the forward hold, the heavy will be sitting on the cliff over here, and you want to be ready to just delete him. So that is the #1 goal in the Uber. After you guys kill the heavy, it is usually best just get back. You honestly don't really have time to do any damage over here. If you do have extra time because you just kill the heavy like instantly, then great. Do a little damage to the gun, see if you can kill it. If not, it's fine. And make sure you end passively. And then while all this is going on, you're having players such as your heavy, your soldier, your pyro, your sniper, all setting up to shove through flank in post Uber. So the Uber's going on, you guys get those kills. Great, awesome. Okay, now you hear the call. Okay, Uber's faded. Get ready for post Uber push in 3, 2, 1. Let's go now. Then your soldier would do like a high bomb up here. Your heavy would drop down. Your pyro would be like playing your sniper like back here as your sniper peeks this. You guys would all swing onto flank. And at the same time, you'd have medic and demo like kind of walk back up here and start doing damage over this way. And maybe catch people out in as they're trying to leave or as they're just taking damage. It's very hard when they're taking damage from here and here at the same time. All they can really do is back up. If they are backing up and you see the opportunity, your demo can go forward and try to catch the combo as they're leaving, especially through Jenkins. It's very easy to just like trap like down here and then just catch people as they're like trying to leave and they go like, oh, okay, let's leave. And they jump down and they just walk into these sticks here. That is kind of the idea for the first, if they are forward holding. If they are not forward holding, then you can basically just work cart time and then send most of your players to flank and just kind of do a similar shove with like a 3, 2, 1. Just keep your med in spawn this time. Your med stays in, if they were passive holding, your med stays in spawn pretty much the whole time. But everyone else goes to flank. You guys do a 3, 2, 1 shove and then swing. Your sniper would hopefully get a pick on anyone that's over here. You will just overwhelm their flank members that are playing on this side, and then you can work their sniper, work your sniper to get to this angle here, which shuts down their demo from peeking cart. Once your sniper is watching this angle and able to shut down demo from peeking cart, then you can just get cart time with your scout and NG. And then, as well as like you can have your soldier again like high bomb or whatever. You can have your demo like over here and lob sticks over the like shed here. That way, you can just get good damage on their combo. A lot of things to do, but the whole idea is that you're just basically preventing their demo from stopping cart, and preventing their sniper from stopping cart, because their sniper can't do that anymore because he has to worry about SVS. And then that is pretty much it for offense. Any questions about offense?
Yeah, one question here. So when we usually take Ubers on forward holds, we usually send me, the pyro, along with the Uber instead of scout. So we could kill heavy, then air blast the enemy trying to air blast back on us, so our demo can get spam on the gun.
It is honestly really hard to get spam on the gun. during the Ubers. Usually that's best left off for in post Uber when you guys are all shoving together. If I'm completely honest, or sometimes, you know, if you get lucky, you can have like your sniper just like shoot gun from here, or like maybe shoot NG and then shoot gun after or whatever. But I really hate pyro in this Uber because it means that that heavy dies so much slower, and it gives them much more ample opportunity to go over and flash the heavy. And if you guys don't get the heavy, it makes it much harder for you guys in post.
Okay.
If you guys don't get the heavy, then you kind of just have to end passive and just pray that your shove is going to be good enough anyways, and your demo just has to be a lot slower about it. Because usually, if there's no one like on the left side here, which is usually just a heavy, then your demo can peek a lot more aggro like over here, and then just start doing damage like this. But if the heavy does live and is like playing like back of a tunnel or whatever, then your demo has to be much more careful with how he swings. For the post Uber. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, sounds good.
So I generally recommend Demo Scout. I mean, I don't think it's the worst thing to take the heavy. I guess in theory, if you think you can like air blast him in the corners, just keep him away from getting flashed, then sure. But again, it just takes too much time. Main issue. Alright, for first defense, if you guys are forward holding, gun usually goes around here. Dispenser, you can just put it like here. Or some people like it here, some people like it here, some people like it here. Either is fine. Or any of the following is fine. Generally, demo kind of plays around the log area here, and your goal is to deny people on hill, and then you can shoot a little bit onto tracks as well. Do be careful that you're not peeking sniper too much. Sniper is tracks. You kind of need to be careful there. Just don't peek him. Your scout can also help out for anyone that's trying to shove tracks. I would say for your scout especially, you're rowing quite a bit just around this kind of tracks area. Just make sure you're botting for like spy and whatnot if you dead rings behind or anything like that. And then just helping your demo if your demo is wanting to fight this. If they are trying to take an Uber in on you guys, then you should immediately use and save your heavy. Saving your heavy is very important. And then for your heavy, obviously just know that your life is important, so you need to be ready to get flashed. If you see they take an Uber, try to just fist a steal and just get through to just get to the flash.
Okay,
as long as you can get flashed in the Uber, you'll be fine.
So the heavy comes to me, no, I don't leave like combo area, right? I don't go tracks, right?
It's a bit of both.
A bit of both, okay.
But generally you avoid going to like launch tracks, yes.
Alright.
You can just chill up here. I mean, I would say it's fine to go, if you need to go catch your heavy, then you can usually just, you have time to walk back up during the Uber. So it's fine to drop down, but just since you have time to go back up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But it's just like you don't want to end like down here because then you have to like worry about sniper and post Uber and what have you. Soldier and heavy kind of just focus on holding, or sorry, soldier and heavy. Soldier and spy focus on holding the flank over here. Spy can sometimes help spot like on hill, but usually spy will also be helping a lot just going for like stabs and what here if there's any sort of swing. Your soldier in particular can play quite aggro here to just get a lot of damage off, especially because people here have no heals. It's going to be a lot harder for them to, if they have to constantly be resetting themselves. So you can often capitalize on people overextending over on flank here. So just basically worry about getting damage. I think that's, well, let's see. And then for Uber exchange, generally, yeah, just use on your pyro if possible. Save your demo, save your heavy. Just air blast back. Gotta try to stay out of the Uber. And then just try to stay strong post Uber. If they ever sack into you, your pyro should be with your medic, so you can hopefully just deny things. If you are really worried about sack, you can try to play to kite it like extra passively over here. That's it for the. Oh yeah, and also just if you're losing players, just don't be afraid to back out. It's kind of the same concept as like on like upward, for example. Just if you lose, like I would say more than 2 players, then probably leave. Only exception is like if you lose 2 players but they lose 9, then like obviously you don't need to leave them.
Yeah.
Just use your own discretion with it, and just try to leave as quickly as possible so that way you don't get caught out. If you guys are holding passive, which again is still fine, Spencer usually will go right here. Gun will usually go like, you can put it like here, you can put it right here, you can put it on the crate, you can do like the funny rescue ranger thing and put it over there. You can put it like on tracks, you can even put it like I've seen over here as well. A lot of different places you can put a gun, just kind of have fun with it. But the idea with passive hold is you're basically just buying for time, stopping them from doing a good shove onto flank. And and denying cart when you can. If they do effectively get their sniper onto flank, this point is more or less lost. That's why the idea is that your flank players especially just kind of need to play to live and get the sniper out of like peeking that consistently and feeling comfortable being in like an angle like this. Again, the passive hold it's the much safer option. I would say generally leave once the cart gets up to about here, or if the sniper is like constantly pinning you down and you're like losing players for it, then just leave. That's pretty much it for the passive hold, honestly. Any other questions about
Yeah.
first?
Why would you pick passive over forward?
Because if you lose your medic in the forwards and they don't lose their medic, then they can easily snowball you and just win the point. Because then they'll have add on second and on third and so on and so forth.
So if you're on this side, you go passive, or you're preventing that?
Generally, if you're on this side, yeah, go passive.
Okay.
But it is also just like, I mean, you can just start passive in the first place, which is fine. The idea would just be that if you want to just try to avoid getting snowballed. So you could basically just see it as the forward hold is high risk, high reward. Passive hold is the safer option.
Okay.
I do also have a question.
Yep, what's up?
So about the heavy for aggressive hold on hill, exactly where should I be looking at to like fire at? Should I be looking inside like flank house? Should I be looking at like hill, make sure the sniper doesn't come up, or where should I
Generally,
be
your
looking
job is to kill players that overextend on hill. If they're pushing you off of the of like the rock over here with the head glitch, then that is fine. Just get back over here. Just make sure you're watching for spy. And you can use this head glitch to kill anyone. You can kill people like the overextend on tracks, like the demo. But yeah, again, just if you are like having forced to be back here, that's fine. Just make sure you're spy checking a lot. That's the one biggest thing, because spies love to go for heavies over here.
at? All right. That makes
And
sense.
obviously, if you need to back up, that's fine. You just go over this way.
Yeah. All right.
There is for what's worth, there is a variation of like if you guys are starting to lose players on the forward hold, then you can kind of transition to like a semi-passive hold where you have your combo playing like on tracks, and then they're just playing to leave through this way basically. But they can still like your demo and scout can deny hill, and just deny anyone that's kind of walking on you. Then your medic would just be playing like back here. Again, I don't mind leaving through that way as well if you get the opportunity to. Just play it smart. I will trust your guys' judgment. Alright, are we good for first?
Yep.
Alright. For second, I don't want to overcomplicate it too much. But just, obviously just main tunnel, side tunnel, hill, Jenkins. I call this roof, and I call this shed. Shutter, satellite, and then just like third. Okay, for offense, usually if you guys have even Ubers, you can either, again, this is the one point where this is acceptable to do, that sometimes in even Ubers, it is okay to send a sack just while you're getting cart time to start out. That is specifically just after you cap first, because it takes a surprising amount of time for the cart to get from like here to all the way up over here. It is a lot longer distance than you might think, so it takes time. You do have time for a sack, so it is not bad to do that if you guys want to. Some teams don't like to do it and just say, fuck it, I'd rather just exchange, which is fine. For Uber exchanges, generally the best Uber in my opinion is the chalk Uber, which is demo and heavy. The idea is that you guys swing out this way through main tunnel, you do damage to the gun, you kill gun, get their med to force, and then just play it to back up. The whole point is just getting the Uber out. Once you get the Uber out, you have everyone rotate over to hill, and then you guys are fighting hill in the post Uber. The only people that don't go hill in the post Uber are your heavy and your soldier. I guess you can. Some teams even have their heavy have their soldier in post Uber play on hill and then jump up to the roof. If that's the case, then you can just send like someone else in tunnel. But anyways, the main idea is just you're taking the Uber out in tunnel and then rotating everyone out, getting their buffs, and then you guys all fight post Uber and hill together. During the Uber, it is okay to work your sniper and your engineer onto hill a little bit, just be very careful of like SVS. And just make sure your NG's like hard protecting your sniper. The whole point is that you just start to get a little bit of space, but then that space really gets fully taken in the post Uber when the rest of your combo arrives with you. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And then usually as well, once you guys start flooding over hill, you will have the heavy like main tunnel, you have soldier side tunnel, or some variation of that, and then you guys have this great split pressure. And especially because they just took an Uber, they're going to be damaged, they're going to be probably down their gun. It's going to be very awkward for them to fight. The one thing that can really save them is battalions, so just make sure try not to feed the soldier too much. But that's generally the best Uber. As an alternative, if you guys want a different Uber, just scout demo over hill is usually okay. Just make sure you guys are swinging pretty wide on it, and you have people again in like tunnel and side tunnel ready to fight post Uber and shove through. Make sure that those players that are fighting post Uber aren't taking damage beforehand. I think a lot of mistakes, or like a very common mistake I see, is that you'll do like a scout demo over hill, and then you'll have heavy soldier trying to fight like side tunnel, and they'll just take a bunch of damage here during the Uber, and they'll be like, okay, it's post Uber now, and then they're like back eating a sandwich when it's post Uber. So it's really important that you guys don't do that. Make sure you just aren't taking damage prior to the Uber. Be walking in post Uber, not in Uber. The only people that can kind of walk in during an Uber are if you're doing the chalk Uber, which is again the heavy demo in tunnel. Then you can start to have your sniper peek hill with your NG protecting. I'd also recommend you can even have scout with your on your hill with your hill players as well for that start. So scout, NG, and sniper. Oh, one other thing I do want to mention: if you are doing the chalk Uber, I do think it can be good to have pyro here just as an emergency. If they shove their pyro in and only do solo pyro, you can kind of get shoved and pushed off the cliff there. So it is okay to have your pyro ready to just air blast them back. If that's the case, then you just take your demo and heavy out of the Uber and just try to just air blast them back for the most part. Just make sure you get your players out alive. Any questions about those Ubers?
No. So the side tunnel one should be demo heavy mostly, right? And pyro if needed.
Side tunnel?
I meant actual.
Main tunnel.
Yeah, main tunnel.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why I said side.
Okay, yeah. Main tunnel, yes. I just mentioned because I fucking hate side tunnel Ubers. It is so easy to stuff them with pyro.
Yeah.
Side tunnel is the whole point of side tunnel is just to be used for post Ubers usually.
So main tunnel demo heavy.
Yeah, and then pyro if needed. Again, that's something that needs to be coordinated. It's something your pyro shouldn't, or it's something your pyro doesn't need to, or shouldn't assume. It's something that you say put pyro in. Like if you guys are getting stuffed by air blast or whatever.
Alright.
Also, just one other thing. Dry fights are still doable. Dry fights are generally better through hill. Just when you are doing dry fights, don't spend time on hill, especially just hiding in this corner. The ideal way is that you swing wide with your demo scout, just do a ton of damage. Then again, I would just have some sort of split pressure. Dry fights you can kind of play similar to how you play post Ubers. Just that's a general rule of thumb. Other things. But yeah, if you guys are sending a sack, just one piece of advice. 7-mans are good. I like doing doing 7-mans, then going out with your NG medic. That's fine. One other thing I'd recommend doing during sacks is I think it's a good idea to try taking pyro and sniper to side tunnel for sacks, which I know sounds very weird, but you can very, very easily get your sniper just have a gives him a really good chance to get a hero shot on the medic if he's hiding in either the defensive spot or in shutter. So pyro sniper to side tunnel is really good in sack waves. Make sure again that there's coordination on that.
Not pyromedic.
Yeah, pyromedic in this. Yeah, send your medic in the sack.
Trust.
But yeah, jokes aside, anything else for offense? Questions?
I guess I do have one question. So as heavy, is there a reason I would go main tunnel? Is there a reason I would go main tunnel instead of side tunnel? Just wondering, for like a drive fight or something, or should I just always go side tunnel?
side tunnel's not bad. The reason I don't like side tunnel as much is because usually it's soldier watching, and usually soldier wins that matchup just because of how you can play the spam angles. Whereas heavy is a little more effective for just like peeking around here and then using the head glitch. You just have to be careful like the enemy heavy like up here. But just for what's worth, those aren't super definitive things. Obviously heavy can still work side tunnel. Obviously soldier can still work main tunnel. Excuse me. But like I would say just generally speaking, I like main tunnel a little more for heavy, but again, it's not like it's completely unviable to go side tunnel. Alright, any questions? Alright, cool. Then for defense, a little more straightforward. Generally, your setup should be as follows. Your demo kind of plays around here, just spamming hill. Go over here to spam hill as well. Your NG can set up gun either over here, or if you like the rock spot, that's fine too. Spencer usually goes here. Soldier, I would say watches side tunnel, your heavy watches main tunnel. Scout can kind of play with your demo on hill and also just bot for spy. For soldier side tunnel, just make sure you play pretty passively. It is okay to give up side tunnel pretty much entirely. In terms of like just giving them space. Just remember that there's a difference between like being inside tunnel and having control of side tunnel. You still have control of side tunnel if you're playing like back here. You know what I mean? So I think just for soldier, especially since you're going to be playing probably without heavy, just be very careful not to overextend in tunnel. Also be very careful if you are playing aggro that you're watching for spy decloak in this corner. Your sniper is going to be watching hill, just working with your demo. Make sure you guys are just waiting for spy calls. For NG, I pretty much mentioned everything. Just make sure again you're spy checking. And scout, again, you can either help your combo when they need it on hill, and then in downtime you can go back and like bot for the spy. Make sure you pick up this ammo kit to deny the spy from picking this up. This is a very useful ammo kit for him. For Ubers, generally just take it on demo pyro. Pyro can help spy check a lot, but around the gun, by the way. But anyway, just take it. I would say demo pyro, even solo pyro, just for defensive Ubers, just air blast. That works great. Then for, I guess there's, honestly there's not too much else to it. Just, you know, everyone else kind of just stays out of the Uber, and then you just try to put pyro in when possible. I think ideally solo pyro Ubers are a little better for defense, just because it just means holding right click and you don't have to flash many players.
Okay.
Soldier, make sure you're coordinating with when you're getting battalions. Make sure you guys are coordinating like downtime when you have time to bot for spy. For your spy, make sure you're staying back here somewhere and spotting where their combo's going, giving your combo time to rotate to meet them. If you think that you guys have add on them, then you can go for add Ubers onto them. Just going through like hill or whatever. That's fine. Just make sure your spy is already caught off their med. If you guys are ever at disad, for one reason or another, you should play to kite and then regress through tracks, or just play to kite and just get out. But the kite to regress through tracks is like you generally play like back here. You get their medic to force out as they're swinging on hill. Then you and your combo would walk out this way and then refight through tracks over here. Just swing this. That swing can be very, very strong, especially if you have like battalions or something. But also just in general, I really like the swing over here, because it means you can work your sniper over here to take the SVS. You'll just do a ton of damage to them from the low ground. It's a very momentum-based thing. But again, it's something your demo needs to call. Hey, we're at disad, we're going to be playing to kite this Uber and then regress through tracks. Or your demo would say, hey, we're going to be playing to kite this Uber, we're down players, so we're just going to kite to third. Or, you know, we're just going to give up this point here. Or, you know, whatever. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Cool. All right. Any other questions about second?
I think we're good.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
I will just say, by the way, one more thing I forgot to mention. If you guys are ever expecting a sack wave, it is okay to keep your medic in shutter instead of on the dispenser. Your medic playing in shutter obviously is just so you have more time and space to kite. You can even keep your heavy in shutter with your medic if you guys are doing this. Just make sure if that's the case that you have someone watching main tunnel.
I have a question then. My mentor tells me to go like on the wall close to Shutter, not inside Shutter, just so that I don't pick snipe. I don't have my back to a spy. No, like outside Shutter.
Like
yeah, on the
over
left.
here?
Yeah, over here. You think that's good? That's okay?
Like just as a general holding spot.
Yeah.
I don't like that because your back is going to be permanently exposed if you think about it. Unless you're at the perfect angle consistently where you're just staring straight forward, but obviously that's not going to be the case because you're going to have to turn to do heals. You're exposing your back on one side every time you do that. And if the spy is just patient enough, he will wait for you to be healing someone over here, and then he'll go on for you on the right side or vice versa. I really don't like this spot.
So if I'm playing Shutter, should I have a pyro on my back or an engine?
Yes, you would have your pyro with you.
Okay.
I'm just curious, who told you to stand there?
Cats.
Cat said that?
Yeah.
That surprises me. I mean, honestly, Cat's a better medic than me, so if that's where Cat says, then I guess take their word for it. But at least in my experience, I haven't had much success with it. But again, I'm not really a medic player. Medic is my worst class. So if Cats does say that, then maybe there's something that Cats knows that I don't.
Depends, yeah.
But I was like, trust Cats over me.
Alright.
Alright, let's talk about third. Third, just to go over call-outs real quick. It says burger or window. Lockers over here. Flank. Ladders. It says hell or under or secret or dungeon. Any of those 4 calls work. White room. Just like platform. Like spawn, and it's just like 4th over here. Generally speaking, for offense, you can take you got scout entry cart time. Everyone else kind of goes on to flank. You will be setting up to take your sniper to temporarily go window. You can try to get a pick there. If not, that's fine. You take the rest of your team over here. You can have your sniper follow you if you want. Then you're going to be setting up to do an Uber exchange through ladders. See if you can get picks on people flank. If you can, great. If not, it's okay too. Generally for the Uber, it'll be Demo Pyro. Demo Scout's okay, but I think both are viable. I can see arguments for both. I generally like Demo Pyro a little more though. But generally the Uber exchange should come through ladder. The goal, similar to first, is you need to kill the heavy over here right away. So make sure you guys do that. And then you can focus pretty much everything else over here and just making sure that they get their Uber out. Then when you guys end Uber, make sure you don't end down here. You have to always try to end Uber on your side of ladders. So that way you control the high ground still. That's a big thing that a lot of people make a mistake of, is that they take the exchange and go, okay, we took the exchange, and then they end down here. It's like, okay, well now we're at the low ground. Like, how are we supposed to fight? Then you either have to go all the way back around, or you have to do this really awkward fight from this terrible angle. It's much better to just take your Uber, end it, hopefully you get the gun or get kills, whatever, then just end it back here. Much easier to fight from here. Especially because then in post-Uber, assuming you guys have good picks, you can work your sniper to be at a stupid angle like over here and just destroy their whole team.
You don't recommend using on main tracks, right?
You can, although I don't like it as much. I think main tracks Ubers are generally going to be worse. The only time I would use an Uber through main tracks is if it's an ad Uber. And during a Uber through main tracks, I would make sure that you also, because it's an ad Uber, that you have people high bombing, you have a spy going for a decloak at the same time. Just since it's an ad Uber, everyone goes in because you don't need to worry about flashing, right?
Yeah.
Or you don't need to worry about your Uber being worse because of flashing, because they don't have an Uber. So in ad Ubers, you can flash as much as you want. That's why you send everyone in, because the whole point is just to get people in to kill their medic. So yeah, in that case, I think taking ad Uber through tracks is fine. Otherwise, I don't really like tracks Ubers. Other things. For NG, you're the main cart pusher, cart bitch, whatever you want to call it. Just heads up that after the cart gets to about here, I would say Scout generally needs to play on flank and help fight players over here, maybe take the Uber, what have you, bot for spy, etc. But at that point, Enji's going to be pretty much solo cart pusher. One thing to keep in mind for Enji is during Ubers and post Ubers, getting a gun right here is very, very good. You can have a mini or a level 3. I think both are viable. I personally love doing level 3s on this point, but again, it's kind of up to you. But just having a gun right here is really, really hard to deal with for them. Then you can wrangle it and then just push cart, and that's like great for you. Just make sure that when you guys are, or like I guess in terms of opportunities to be looking for, if their demo ever dies, like the red demo ever dies, then on blue you can do a lot of more cart time. Red demo is the main thing that stops cart, and when red demo dies, that basically means that cart is more or less free. It's very hard for them to stop cart if they don't have demo.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something that your main caller should definitely try to keep in mind. Just if you see that their demo dies, you could try to just say, okay, look, we're just going to get cart time. Or, I want our flank players working cart time while we pressure, or what have you. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it. Do just keep in mind one thing is that if you guys are ever doing the walkthrough to lockers here, be very careful that you're not doing it with disad, or if it's disad, make sure it's like it'll be negligible soon, because you don't want to go over here with full disad. I'll explain why on defense, but we'll get there. But for now, any questions about offense?
I do have a question. So, for heavy, is it better to be on the ladder side or on the flank side?
Yeah, good question. So, I think heavy ladders in post can be really good. If you can, pressure the heavy at the same time your demo peaks from down here, then like that can be great, especially in like dry fights, as long as you guys just start timing your poke together. The problem with heavy over here is that sometimes you get like sniper that will rotate like back here and then try to shoot at this angle, which can be kind of scary, or sniper's holding back here, then obviously you're kind of shut down. It's a little scary. So I think heavy, generally speaking, probably a little bit better just fighting like ladders and post uber. It's kind of your goal. I do not think it is at all bad to have heavy in hell too. I like heavy in hell a lot for post ubers. Be very surprised at how much you can get away with down here.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
Yeah, it's a little bit gimmicky if the other soldier, especially if the enemy soldier knows that you're going to do it, then he can very easily just shut you down by just playing here in the start and just spamming you out. But if you can catch people off guard, it's really good. Does that answer your question?
Alright. Yeah, thank you.
Cool. Alright, defense. Spencer goes here, Sentry goes like right here-ish. You can put on the crate if you want, although I don't like it as much. If your team is ever aggro, sometimes you can play Sentry like over here, or like on the point. But anyways, heavy, generally you play on the like spot over here. Demo, you're kind of playing on tracks. Medic, you kind of just play in the corner. Scout and Soldier plays the flank. You guys can play pretty aggro, pretty passive, just depending on what you feel is best in the moment, depending on how much pressure they're putting. Don't be afraid to like Goblin for Spy sometimes. Actually, sorry, one thing I forgot to mention for offense real quick is that for Spy, it is okay to go behind just Enforce with the gun. Anyways, sorry, that's tangent. Back to defense. For defense, other classes. Spy, you're usually spotting Sniper, just making sure that you know where their combo's going, where their Sniper's going, etc. It is very frequent that teams will eventually leave their Sniper alone on like Burger over here, so just watch out for that. Be ready to capitalize when it's necessary. For let's see, for other players, Pyro, obviously you're just kind of chilling, watching for bombs, look for like high bombs up here sometimes, etc. If they're walking to flank, then make sure you guys try to meet them. Your demo can swing a lot wider and try to do damage like onto Burger through here. You can do damage over this way. You can do damage from like peeking this, pretty aggro. Just, if you are like doing something like this, just be very careful of anyone like on your close left. But generally you want to try to meet them when possible. The only person that doesn't meet is your medic, who needs to stay up by this wall. If you guys are going to meet them, then like great. Just don't peek your medic into it. And keep in mind that when you are over here, that you're not going to have heals. At least consistent heals. You kind of just need to rotate back and forth. If you guys know they're going to locker and you have add, then I would highly recommend using in on them. What you can do is take a demo scout. You guys go through this way. Even if their combo is right here, you take the Uber and then go around them like this. Go meow, and then try to shove them through. And the same time that you're taking the Uber with your scout demo over there, you have your soldier and heavy walk through on the flank over this way. The reason that you won't take it immediately into the combo is because they can very easily leave this way. If they see it and like, oh shit, and they go out this way, then they can leave. But the idea is that Uber cuts them off and the flank buys time so that they can't walk forward. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So I would really love add Ubers, try to spot it if possible.
When to use
doing
them?
add Ubers, there's...
Yeah.
Sorry?
When to use though? Early or just wait like as long as possible to use?
Usually use kind of as you get past the ladders here.
Okay.
I mean, the whole point is just spot them early and then you rotate your medic to be ready to use in. That is the one time you rotate your medic, just as long as... assuming that you rotate prior to the sniper being in burger. If the sniper gets to burger in time, then you can't really rotate your medic, and it's really hard to take the ad Uber.
Okay.
Alright, anyways, I know we only have 9 minutes left, so I'll try to hurry along.
We don't have an 8:30 if you want to take longer.
I mean, I have to head out.
Oh, you
after.
do have one, yeah.
Yeah. Yo, congrats.
I have to ring 14.
But any questions about that?
Nope.
About, I guess just any question about anything for third? Cool. I will mention as well that there are also just a lot of high bombs on this map. Soldier, you can do a lot of jumps from like here to here, and then you go meow. If you avoid this roof, you can very easily just get a high bomb off that. You can go from here to here. You can go meow like this. A lot of very good high bombs. You can even do like a reverse of it. If you know that their combo's over here and you think you can go for a drop, get full buff and then go nyom, and then off here and then go nyom and land on them. Alright, for last. Last is a point that a lot of people struggle with. I think it's not too complicated. There are just a couple things you need to keep in mind. For offense, well actually just for callouts by the way, just red room, flank. I usually call this like cliff, or you could say like far side of flank. Big door. Some people call this coffee, or just they also call it flank. I think either or is fine. And that's pretty much it. Also just like tracks, I guess. Alright, so generally for offense, I think the best kind of thing to do is work your sniper big door. Your soldier can go up to here and deny any enemy flank from pressuring your sniper. Your pyro defends your sniper while he peeks. Your sniper gets buff. You guys hopefully win SVS. If not, it's okay. At the same time that that's happening, you can still be sending pressure. Either your demo can spam people, anyone that's like aggro red room, your demo can like help peek people on flank. If you think you have enough space, that like maybe if their sniper is not watching or anything like that, then you can also just work to spam gun on a 3-2-1 count. Generally, sapping gun is very hard. I'd recommend just going with Enforcer instead, just doing it from like back here or something. Saps are just so tough on this point. It can be a pain in the ass. If you do think you can go for a sap, then you can try like decloaking in this corner here, or decloaking like sometimes people just decloak against the crate here. Yeah, it's not great, but it's something. Yeah, killing gun before is great if possible, and working your sniper is great if possible. When you guys do have Uber though, I would recommend just being ready to take it from. Well, actually, you can kind of take Ubers from wherever. I think big door, big door, flank, and red room are all viable Ubers. Generally, red room is probably the worst if it's not ad. If it's a even exchange, then I don't like red room as much because it's kind of easy to stuff. I guess we'll just use big door as an example Uber. The big door Uber, generally you just take it on like demo pyro, kind of drop down here, use the Uber, kill gun if possible, get their Uber out, then just make sure you're ending pretty passively, either through tracks is fine, you can, or through big door is fine too. The whole idea is that you just get the Ubers out, and no one dies during the Ubers. That is one of the most important things. Same thing with like over here, You can take the Uber in like through flank. Sometimes if you want, you can like work your combo up to flank first and then spam gun from over here, just like jiggle peek it. Or you can shoot like sticks through like this thing, and they go near and land on the gun. That's great if you can do that. If you don't get the opportunity to, maybe you're getting spammed out too much on flank, that's fine. Take the Uber, kill the gun. Maybe your Uber's gonna be slightly worse then, but it's whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, whether your Uber's bad or not is more dependent. Well, actually, I'll say if your Uber's bad, it doesn't really matter too much. What matters a lot more is how you play your post Uber, which I'll get to in just a second. For the actual Uber, though, like I said, just basically just getting it out wherever possible, and then just ending passively. When you do end passively, you should be taking a sec to get your buffs, and then be ready to pretty much have everyone start flooding in. Ideally, in the Uber, you're at the very least going to be able to kill the gun, which is going to buy a lot more space to your team to flood through. Not to mention that you guys will all usually be able to get buffs or be in good positions prior to the Uber because you're setting up for post Uber, and then because of that, it's just infinitely more advantageous for you guys. So basically, the idea is that you take the Uber, you say, okay, hey, we're taking the Uber, demo pyro, ready, 3, 2, 1, use. You say, okay, we got the gun, or okay, we didn't kill anything. Okay, we're ending big door. Okay, everyone get your buffs, get ready to shove. Get ready, we're going to be flooding in 3, 2, 1, flood now. That's kind of what it should sound like. And everyone starts to go through. You don't need to necessarily hold W. It isn't necessarily a super hard flood. It is just a general kind of move forward aggression. It's not worth like risking your life for. It's not like a sack wave or anything, but it is a general shove through. I guess you could call it a relatively slow paced shove through. The whole idea is that you're still playing your health, still playing everything like that, but you're actively taking space still. And since everyone's committed to it, then it is really hard to lose that fight. You'd be very surprised at how many people just overextend in post Ubers on this point. Post Uber is the main thing that kills teams. Any questions about the Uber?
Yeah. Actually, before the Uber, where should Beam stay?
Generally speaking, Beam is just kind of working your sniper, buffing your demo, etc. Kind of chilling around here.
Alright.
Do just be careful that when you guys are kind of setting up in the meantime, you have like, I would say have heavy watch red room, have demo probably watch red room as well. If you really don't like heavy watching red room, that's kind of understandable because it can be a little scary getting jumped by a soldier here. You don't want to feed him battalions, obviously. You can kind of work out, like I would say for your heavy in particular, you can base it off of how well their soldier is spamming. If you know their soldier's really good at getting battalions and spamming, maybe don't peek red room. But if not, then hey, if you think you can get a pick on him, go for it. But yeah, your medic just chills around here, giving your players buffs.
Alright.
When you guys are setting up beforehand, by the way, just make sure that you're careful on this cross to not peek sniper. The only person that really needs to be tracks is your NG and occasionally your scout. I think... actually, I will say this. How about scout, you can be tracks more or less full time. NG, you can be kind of helping your sniper more on big door. I think that's probably a better way to do it. If you guys really don't like that, you can try having NG play on tracks. That's fine too. And have your scout more big door oriented. Watching for your sniper is fine. Then you can have your scout also help out like on the roof over here. All right. Any questions about the Ubers? Or any other questions about the Ubers, I guess? And or post Ubers? Alright, cool. And then if you are disadded, it's okay to go for sacks on this point. If you're at full add, then just try to take the Uber in on like demo pyro or whatever, and just get cart time during the Uber. Again, you can just kind of take that from wherever. Maybe have a soldier bomb in or something, but at least get cart time during the Uber. That's the most important thing.
Alright, one last question before you go. Is it okay for everyone to peek and shoot the gun at the same time while the spy saps it?
Yes, but it is very hard for spy to sap it. If I'm completely honest, Well, I mean, I'm sure you could get away with it, and in most divs you can, but at like top level invite, it is more or less impossible. Teams are just too good at spy checking consistently, and you just can't get past. Teams will crust too much. I do want to quickly go over defense just to talk about a couple things. I can just hurry it up a little bit. But generally for defense, Spencer here, gun on the crate here. If you need to start building your sentry passive, that's fine. For combo, generally the idea is that you want to play down here if possible. The idea is that your demo spam sticks over here to deny big door. Then your heavy plays up close red room. You can have soldier play up close red room as well. Some soldiers kind of like to play flank more as well. I think you can rotate between the two. But at least have someone playing close red room so that way your demo doesn't get pushed. You can also have someone like ready to help your demo on tracks if necessary. Scout plays on flank. You're pretty much just a sole flank player unless your soldier's there. Your job is just to hold it. Sometimes spam sniper if you get the chance with like bleed and whatnot. Your job is basically just hold this down. Make sure no one pushes through. Buy for time. But if your demo's playing up here and denying the sniper big door, that means your medic can play much more safely. Medic, you can usually just play up here and be fine, but if you want to drop down, that's fine too. And then Pyro just stays around combo and spy checks. Make sure you guys spy checking this corner, down here, checking for your NG, checking for your sniper, etc. If you guys ever lose players or you don't think you can get your demo with your big door, it is okay to play passive. Just make sure that in that case, then you're playing to at least meet their combo when they come to flank. Just don't do it while peeking their sniper. If you want to meet their combo, you go around. Go through this. You can go through here. You could even go through here would be okay too. But the whole idea is that you just meet their combo. Make sure you put plenty of spam out here. Demo, if you just stand here and just shoot pipes and sticks and whatnot over, this is like so much damage. As long as you can just meet their combo there. And that's pretty much it. Also, I guess just one other thing, just be wary of sacks. Just looking for high bombs and whatnot. Especially, a lot of teams like to sack after they cap third. So just watch out for that. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it. Any questions?
Not for me.